Okay, I want to make everybody aware of what's going on because some people are new and might not know. I am currently unmedicated. I am schizophrenic, bipolar, and I have CPTSD, and I was medicated up until last week because there are some predatory channels here on YouTube. And last year, these predatory channels started attacking me and fixating on me and harassing me. And they found out the name of my therapist because I accidentally leaked it. They're going to come and say, it's your fault, it's your fault, it's your fault. Yeah, I leaked the name. It's my fault. Everything is always my fault. The schizophrenic, it's my fault. So they contacted my therapist. I mean, physically contacted her. They called her, they emailed her, they contacted the clinic that I went to, my doctor. They contacted, before that even, they had found out where I lived and they contacted my landlord and they were trying to have me kicked out of a Section 8 that I had just received. Because they contacted my therapist, and I don't know what they said to my therapist. I have no way of knowing that exactly, but I know what they told me they said to her. And since I have no other way of knowing, I believe what I was told. And I was told that they were threatening her license, her job, her family, and her life if she did not do what they said and put me in a mental hospital. Because the predatory groups here on YouTube had watched my videos and did not believe that I have the mental health conditions I was diagnosed and medicated for. They were angry that their tax dollars were paying for me to have a home, were paying for me to have medication they didn't believe I deserved. They didn't believe I deserved the home. They wanted me to be homeless. They didn't believe I deserved the medication. They didn't believe I deserved the therapist. They don't believe that my problems are real, no matter how many doctors and in-treatment facilities I've been to. So they took it upon themselves to try to take control of my mental health care by contacting the people that offer me mental health services. My therapist talked to me about it because she was being overwhelmed by the amount of emails. They had to talk to me about the fact that they were receiving this much harassment. A couple of months later, my therapist left and they offered me a new therapist, and I never went to see the new therapist because I fully believe that if the people who are harassing me would attack one therapist, there is nothing that would stop them from attacking another. And I believe that they were sending my first therapist death threats because they told me they were. And if they were sending her the types of threats that they're sending me, okay, because for a year I have been receiving emails threatening rape, threatening death, threatening torture, threatening. I get practically every night people saying we're going to be there in a couple of hours, bringing as many men as we can. Hope you like it. You don't have a choice. We don't care if you like it. For months they had my phone number and I would receive phone calls. Just 24 hours a day phone calls. Calling me a murderer. calling me a pedophile, calling me the most horrible things, and then threatening to rape me, threatening to murder me, and constantly telling me I deserve it for being what they believe I am. And if my therapist was receiving the same kind of messages that I'm receiving, I didn't want to chance another therapist going through the same thing. I don't want it on my head that another human being is receiving the kind of treatment that I'm receiving. Because it's absolute hell. So I never got another therapist. And because I don't have a therapist now, my insurance was eventually cut off. And without insurance, I can't afford the medication. So I'm now off of my Latuda and my Zoloft and teetering in and out of sanity. I wake up crying sometimes and just go back to sleep and try to sleep it through. And this weekend I had a very bad breakdown where I was receiving threats through my email. I put a man in prison in 2009 for murder. And the people who are stalking me are attempting to get that man released. Like, soon. Not in the 20 years that he was supposed to have left, but like tomorrow they're trying to get him out. And they know that scares me. Because it would scare any woman alone in this world, because I am entirely alone. I have nobody in real life to reach out to for support or for help. I have nothing but the internet, and every day I wake up to people telling me that I'm ugly and stupid and fat and worthless and pathetic, and that people would rather I just be dead. That they're gonna come and rape me, they're gonna come and beat me, they're gonna come and torture me, and that nobody's ever going to believe me. And my own family is a part of it. I received an email saying that they had successfully gotten the man out of prison. He lied and said that he sent me $50 hoping that it would help me. You know, we got him out of prison, here's $50. There was no money. He said that in the email that he sent because he wanted people, if I showed the email saying that they released him, all the predatory group would focus on was, well, the $50, so you got $50, look, $50, 50. And so I had to explain that he lied about the $50, that he didn't actually send that, and I showed my PayPal to prove that there was no money. And then he sent me an email, angry, that I had told people that he said he sent it and he didn't send it, and so he said, well, I want the money back. And I couldn't send any money back because he didn't send me any money. And at this point, I am in complete panic mode because I fully believe that they have gotten this man that I put in prison released, and now they're demanding money that I don't have, and they have convinced all of their followers that they gave me this money and that I'm withholding it, and that you know, I'm this horrible person, that everything I do is a scam and a grift, and now I'm stealing money from them. And they never sent anything. There was never a $50 from that person, but he started emailing me and threatening me and saying, if you don't send this money, then I'm gonna have to report your PayPal as a scam. And he was telling everybody to go and report my PayPal and report me for being a scammer, for not returning or refunding this money. You know, and a normal PayPal transaction, right? If you want a refund, there's a button you can hit to request a refund, but since he never sent any money to begin with, he couldn't request a refund. And that it didn't matter. It didn't matter. It was completely on me to somehow find $50 to repay this man so that I would not lose my PayPal forever, because my PayPal it's all I have aside from my government assistance. I'm sorry, I'm panicking just thinking about this. This was so hard. I still don't know whether they got that man out. I still don't know whether he's out of prison or not. I don't know. They say he is. Online it says it's not. I don't know. I'm sorry. I don't know if he's out or not. I don't know if I'm in danger or not. I don't know. And he kept threatening and kept threatening. And every time I begged him and told him I don't have any money, I can't give you any money because I don't have any, he would raise the price, and people from the Predatory group would come to my channel and start attacking me and screaming at me to give this man back his money. Over and over and over again, they were screaming at me to give him back his money. And he never gave me any money. He never gave me any money to give back. And they've already proven how much damage they could do to my life, because they've taken away my therapist, they've taken away my medication, they've made sure that nobody's ever going to listen to me or believe me or care about me. So what would they be able to do if they had people believing that I owed them money? I didn't know. So I started offering insane things. Because I was panicking and I was trying desperately to figure out how to be free of this situation. This torture that I have been dealing with for a year. Every day they have a new way to hurt me. Every day they have something new. And since my family is involved, they know exactly how to press my buttons and how to get what they want to make money, because they make money off of this. They're telling me that I have to pay them, but they make thousands of dollars a night using the videos that I make after they cause me to break down. And this day was a bad breakdown, and I was offering to cut off a finger to buy my freedom because I didn't have any money. And he kept increasing the price. And so now, because when I was breaking down, I offered my finger. Now they're bombarding me with emails and comments saying that they want my finger, and if I don't cut it off, I don't know what they'll do to me. They say, well, it proves that you're a liar. It proves that you're nothing but a dirty liar that nobody will ever believe if you don't actually cut your finger off. You have to do it. If you don't do it, nobody will ever believe you about anything, ever. You have to do it. How long can you hold out being told over and over and over and over again every day that if you don't do this, nobody will ever trust you again? If you don't do this horrible thing, if you don't mutilate your body for our amusement. And still nobody will understand how predatory these channels are. That they would profit off of this and then send people to continue to torture me to get their money for next week. To continue, after I calm down, to come back and tell me, no, you don't calm down, do it, take your finger off, cut your finger off, cut off a part of your body, because we need content for our channel, and the only way we can get it is hurting people. I need help. These people are never going to stop. Even if I cut my finger off for them, they're still just going to laugh and mock and push me until I hurt myself worse. And how much worse does it going to get? What do I actually have to do for this to end? Do I have to actually cut off my finger? Because if I did that, some authorities would definitely get involved to find out why. Is that what y'all want? Are you wanting something that major and drastic to occur? Because you keep pushing and you keep pushing, and you know I'm not going to have my medication for a couple more days, and it's a really hard time for you to be pushing buttons on somebody who you know is unmedicated and you know is unstable and you know is not okay. These predatory platforms are going to make me kill myself for their entertainment. Unless somebody stops them, unless somebody deplatforms them so that they can't profit off of it here on YouTube. If they couldn't profit off of it on YouTube, they wouldn't be on YouTube in my comments. They would have no reason to be, because it wouldn't be their platform anymore. And I don't use the other platforms that they use. They have other platforms to abuse people. They use Twitch and they use these other places. YouTube was my place to speak when I was homeless. It was my place to have a little bit of support where I had nothing else in this world. And now it's a platform that is very slowly but surely trying to make me kill myself. And I'm curious what you think is going to happen after you succeed. If you fully succeed in making me commit suicide for your entertainment, don't you think that the police are ever going to question you? Didn't that bitch go to jail for telling her boyfriend to kill himself? I've got a million people every day telling me to kill myself. Who's going to be responsible when it actually happens? And don't say me, because you can't hold the dead accountable. They want my finger. If you really, really want it. I don't think you're really going to like what happens afterwards. They're gonna keep pushing. They're gonna keep pushing a schizophrenic woman until she literally self-mutilates. And all I can do is pray that if that happens, somebody will care. Because right now, nobody does.